retire to Iloilo.
But wait, Craig,
Yeah.
what about Cebu Island? We did some really fun things there, and we saw something very rare.
Okay, let's get in the video and talk all about her.
Come on, let's go.
I'm Craig.
And I'm Lucinda. Hey, we sold everything.
And we retired early.
And now we're traveling the world.
So subscribe and follow along.
Because you never know what we're going to get up to. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, after Manila, we went to a city called Iloilo. Now, we've heard that Iloilo is a very popular expat community.
Up and coming.
Up and coming.
Yeah.
So we thought we would check it out. We were only there for a day, but here's our impressions of what we thought.
Okay, the first thing you need to know about Iloilo is it is clean.
Yeah.
They are making a huge effort at that. It's really, really clean there. In fact, they've even outlawed smoking there, so you won't see anybody doing that anywhere.
I think it was a maximum fine of like 400,000 pesos if you caught smoking in the city. And the people in Iloilo have been fantastic.
As everywhere in the Philippines.
Yeah.
The people are so courteous and so helpful and love to visit, and it's been wonderful. Lots of smiles.
Yeah. So we found this hotel. You got to check out this hotel. It was just over $100 a night, but it was fantastic.
Okay, come on in. And the buffet, the breakfast buffet that was included was amazing.
And then right beside this hotel was a mall. It's called SM Mall. So we went to check it out, and it was huge.
It was enormous. It had every kind of store you could ever want. We went in there because it was a rainy day while we were there. And it's one of the things that Iloilo is known for. So we went in to check it out, and you could definitely get your steps in that mall. That's for sure. Do all the shopping you want, and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat.
All right, Craig, we got Dairy Queen, Pizza Hut, and Krispy Kreme over there. Are you sure we're in the Philippines? If I see a Tim Hortons, that's it. I'm going to the airport.
They've got so many restaurants in there.
The other thing that Iloilo is well known for is a river walk that's being developed.
The Esplanade.
Called the Esplanade, which is very beautiful. We are big fans of boardwalks or malecons and walking and seeing stuff. It is beautiful. There's lots of gorgeous plants there and stuff, but there's not really anything to do, and there's not really any places to stop along the way for a coffee or shops or anything like that. So, yeah.
So we had looked at it thinking maybe this is the place to snowbird, but if you're into city life, and if
you
you're
want to eat.
Yeah, if you want to eat and shop and all that, it's a wonderful place.
Yeah,
but there's no waterfront with beaches.
No, and that's a no-go for us.
So it's not quite for us, but it might be for you.
Yeah.
Anyhow, on to Cebu.
Here we go.
Next, we went to Cebu Island.
That's right.
Once we arrived there, it was actually a really nice hotel close to the airport.
Okay.
Lucinda, let's see what 71 bucks Canadian gets us in Cebu. The next day, we were going off to MoalBoal, which is on the south end of the island.
Or MoalBoal.
However you pronounce it.
You're not sure.
So there's two ways to get there, and one way is the city buses. They have these air-conditioned buses, but you have to go to the south end of Cebu City to get it.
They have two. They have the air-conditioned big ones, and then they have the ones that are not.
And they're only about $20 to get down there. But it's 6 to 8 hours depending on how many stops they do. So we elected to take a private car, which was a little bit more. It was about 115 Canadian, and it was shorter. It was about 4 hours, but it was a bit of crazy.
It was a 2-hour drive that took 4 hours of and
It was crazy. It was an experience.
yeah, there was a lot of passing involved. A lot of passing.
So once we got to MoalBoal, we did some activities.
That's right.
The first one
that we did was a canyoneering, and this is where we followed a canyon and a river for about 7 kilometers. We had 2 private guides. Everybody had private guides right with them because they have to help you over things. Let's introduce our guys. This is Joelle and Dennis.
Dennis the Menace.
Yep.
Dennis the Menace. We hiked, swam, crawled, climbed, jumped. Slid. Basically everything you can do on rocks and water
stubbed our toes.
through this canyon, and it was awesome. There was 5-meter jumps. And rope swings, and it was fantastic, and it taxed our 59-year-old bodies probably just about as far as we could go, but it was fantastic.
So once we first got there, we had to wear helmets and life preservers, and I wasn't sure why, but I realized quickly why.
And they took the camera because that was just the best idea. You needed like both hands and both feet and sometimes your bum to keep your balance. So
it was a great tour.
yeah.
Thank you very much for touring us.
Yeah. They helped us all the way through. Couldn't have done it without them.
And then the very next day, what we elected to do is our hotel, which I'll show you here, was a great little hotel.
Yeah, it was.
So we've arrived in MoalBoal, and here's our room for the next couple of days. So this is what you get in this resort town for about 120 a night, Canadian. Boy, when it rains here, it sure knows how to rain. And it was only about a block and a half from the waterfront. Now this hotel, they gave us the snorkel gear for free.
And you can get life jackets and snorkel gear for free there. Just walk in.
So we just walked in on the waterfront and we went snorkeling about 100 feet out. And this is the place where they have the annual sardine run. It's about a couple months every year, and there's millions of them out there.
They make where they group together and go and things, and then when the scuba divers or the free divers go underneath them and throw bubbles up or things, they part like a big O, and then they go back together again. It was very cool.
That was a really great experience. I'm glad we did that.
And you can just snorkel right off the beach with that. There is lots of diving there. I didn't do any diving here, but because the snorkeling was so good. And but bring your water shoes, because the coral is very close to the shore. You have to have water shoes or you're gonna wreck your feet.
And then Lucinda went out without a camera.
Yeah. I went out, when I was out without a camera, I elected to go away from the crowd a little bit, and about 5 feet away from me had a beautiful giant sea turtle swim by, and he was so gorgeous. Didn't catch it on camera because I didn't have it with me, but even though it wasn't on camera, it still happened, Craig.
Yes.
It still happened.
So what about retiring to this area? It was interesting. We had a conversation with this one fella in the afternoon when we went to a place called the Chill Bar. And he'd been retired here for 5 years now.
And in Thailand before that, but he had actually sold his condo in Thailand and moved to the Philippines because it was more economical for him. He was from the UK, so.
If this is the area that you like to do water sports, like scuba diving and snorkeling.
If you're a diver, it might be a great place for you. It's very crowded here. There is lots of People come from all over the world to MoalBoal. A lot of backpackers, and so it's got a real young vibe, and it's just busy all the time. And for some people, that's great, right? We met people from all over the world. But for us, it might be a little too busy, too crowded. It's very crowded there.
So it might not be for us, like you said.
Could be for somebody else.
So on to the next place.
Let's go.
On to Bohol.
Woo! Welcome to Bohol. I got you with some greens in it. Overloaded nori seaweed flavored. Not just nori seaweed flavored, but overloaded.
You know I'm not big on trying different things.
I know, you're like the regular chip guy.
Oh boy.
All our friends know this about you. Okay, let me try one of those. Ready?
Okay, now you try.
Okay.
I think I gotta wash it down now with this
No,
Red Horse beer.
It does taste like
It's
seaweed.
extra strong.
Well, to each their own, right, Craig?
Yep.